Then the next important thing is how to make notes. First thing is that you have to decide whether you want to make notes or not. Several toppers have cleared the exam without making notes from the newspaper. My personal strategy was that I relied on my own notes that I made throughout the year. I did not rely on any material that used to come before the exam, a couple of months before the exam, and claims to cover the entire year's current affairs, whether for prelims or for mains. I did not rely on that. So I made my own notes. Now, important thing in making your own notes is that knowing the relevant content, like I mentioned, you have to review the previous year questions for that. Then you have to structure those notes based on the requirement of the exam. It cannot be one monolith that you try to develop and use for prelims as well as mains. The way I did was that, first of all, separate notes. For prelims as well as mains. Because even though you are studying the same source, the way you cover the content for prelims as well as mains, it is quite different. For prelims, you have to focus a little bit more on the factual information. For mains, you have to focus on analytical information. So if you make notes separately, the focus can be customized based on the requirement of the exam. So that is why I made separate notes for prelims as well as mains. Now, second step in making notes was that I used Evernote. That provides you the flexibility of making notes on different devices and updating those notes frequently. Otherwise, you have to handle a lot of paper, and updating notes becomes quite difficult. Suppose you have made notes for a topic today. You made 5 points in pros, 5 points in cons, and after a week, another article comes and it refers to those 5, it contributes 5 more points to that same topic, and you have run out of space in that page to note down the pros and cons. So you'll add another page, and that becomes quite cumbersome. So I made notes online. I made notes on Evernote. That was quite easy. And I used the electronic copies of newspapers. So I was able to use my laptop for completing the newspaper and current affairs, and that was complemented by online searches which were done right at that time. And using the laptop made it quite aligned, the coverage of newspaper as well as the coverage from online sources. It was quite synchronized and aligned. Otherwise, I would have to keep flipping between the laptop as well as the newspaper and the paper notes. So I made my own notes on the laptop. Now you have to structure those notes in the notebooks on pattern of the PYQ. I can give you an example. Evernote that I used, it has the option for you to make notebooks. Notebooks are basically collection of notes. And then you can also make notebook stacks. What I did was, I made a notebook stack for GS1 of mains, one notebook stack. GS2 of mains, another notebook stack. GS3 of mains, another notebook stack. Then GS4, another notebook stack. After that, I made a notebook stack for pre-GS1, pre-GS2, and pre-GS3. So these were under the notebook stack of prelims. These three each were notebook. Okay, so 3 notebooks in the notebook stack of prelims. Another notebook that I developed was prelims questions. Of this content, this was composed by the one-line pointers that I collected from the quizzes that I was attempting every day. Like I mentioned, 15 questions per day from those 3 websites. And whenever I got a question wrong or whenever I found something new, I would make a one-liner note in the notebook prelims questions. So at the end of the year, I had a body of 2000 points, one-liners, in the notebook prelims questions. And then there is different information that has to be collected from each article, even a single article, based for current, from each article for current affairs. You have to collect information for prelims as well as for mains. Even from a single article, you might end up collecting different information from mains and for prelims. So that is how you have to read the newspaper. I've already told that in mains you have to be a little bit analytical, so analytical information has to be collected for mains. But for prelims, factual information like weapons, exercises, reports, themes, space missions, these things have to be looked out for and put in the relevant notes. Then personally for me, I must accept that I was not very good at making short, concise notes in the first book. So what I did was I made those notes iteratively. I trimmed down my notes in the weekend. You know, in the week I would run a note named workbook, and I would put all the notes of the week in this one workbook, in one note named workbook. And during the weekend I would read this note again and trim it down. And after I have trimmed down the notes, I have made them a little bit concise, I have made them a little bit to the point, I would shift the relevant material to all these notebooks and notebook stacks. That is how Evernote provided me the flexibility of making better notes, as well as keeping on updating my notes and making them even more sharper, to the point and concise iteratively. Then comes a new point, that how do you read books or even make notes? See, I already mentioned that books have to be read a little bit differently. Same book or same article or same content, same physical content can be read differently or has to be read differently for prelims as well as for mains, right? For example, in Spectrum, let us take the example of a book that is widely used by almost every candidate for prelims as well as for mains. Now, if you're reading that book for prelims, you have to collect factual information that XYZ person, XYZ nationalist leader published this newspaper. XYZ nationalist leader was the founder of this organization. This organization was formed after or before this organization. This person chaired the Indian National Congress meeting in this year. These are the things, these are some of the examples of the factual information that you might have to collect for prelims. But these things might not be as relevant for mains, because in mains you have to support your argument, you have to support your analysis by facts, and if you don't know a particular fact, you could just as easily use another fact to support your analysis. So first thing in mind, you have to read the books differently. People say that the preparation for prelims and mains goes simultaneously, but I would say that that is partially true. For me it went simultaneously throughout the year. But the way I just mentioned, that I was reading current affairs throughout the year, I was making notes current affairs throughout the year. But when it comes to reading a book, you have to read it differently for prelims and differently for mains. Then you have to make notes selectively from books. Not every book has to be made notes out of. You know, because Spectrum, it is a fantastic book, it is such a wonderful book that notes are given at the end of every chapter, and those things are very relevant for prelims and even for mains depending on the content. However, sometimes some factoids of that book are not always covered in those notes. I'm referring to examples like which person was the leader of which organization. Like in the chapter for social reforms, several nationalist leaders have been mentioned that they led XYZ organization, they established XYZ organization, they published XYZ booklet or newspaper or editorial or periodical. So these things have to be picked right out of that book and made into notes. And the way it will help you is that I mentioned that prelims is about short-term memory. You have to learn a lot of factoids, but you do not have the time to flip through the newspapers or through massive hefty books. So what you do is that you take the gist out of that, you take the most relevant content out of that and put it into your notes. And that enables you to revise a 30-40 page chapter within like 1 or 2 hours because of your notes. You don't even refer the book, you just refer your notes. So those things which are relevant for the prelims have to be recognized from the book, made into short notes and kept for revisions during the last 1 month or last 2 months, whatever the case may be for you. Sometimes you have to make notes for exclusive material that appears in the prelims and does not appear in the main. I have given you examples. Some other examples are like reports. These come in news daily. XYZ organization publishes XYZ report. Themes. XYZ theme of XYZ conference. These things generally don't appear in the mains. You can use the name of the report to substantiate your fact, but that is not a necessity. That is a value addition thing, and you can just as easily use another report. So, but if the name of the report comes in the exam, you have to know, that's the only way you can answer. So you have to make notes of that explicitly, separately in your prelims notes. That is how I did that. Similar is the example for rivers. For example, if you are studying rivers from NCERT, physical geography. Now which river originates where does it flow from, which gorge it cuts, where does it meet XYZ another river. These things generally don't appear in the mains, but they are very relevant for prelims point of view. You have made separate notes out of material for prelims as well as mains. Like I mentioned, some material that appears in the news is relevant only for prelims. Other material might be relevant for prelims and mains both. Like which organization publishes which report, that is exclusively relevant, not exclusively relevant for prelims. You can use it for mains, but if you don't know which committee publishes which report, you can obviously use another committee to substantiate your point in mains, but in prelims it will not work. So you have to make notes, elaborate notes of which committee publishes which reports, rivers, themes of various conferences, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, wetlands, environmental reserve, elephant reserves, mangroves, etc. You have to collect relevant material from online sources, like you are using standard book lists, you are using material of coachings. Still you have to keep on doing Google searches, be a member of discussion forums, and follow some websites on which people are hosting relevant content. For example, I found a PDF which had mnemonics to learn which countries were members of various organizations. For example, I found mnemonics to learn G20 as well as OPEC members. So that is quite helpful, and you have to keep an eye out for things like that. Other than that, you have to seek the guidance of your mentors, seniors, and online sources to understand how to make notes, how to read books. So for that, you can find the best source in YouTube. For example, various vlogs by Gaurav Marwah sir is quite relevant regarding the art of note making, or the content hosted by Insights on India, Civils Daily, IS Baba. These are the websites and these are the sources that I followed to understand the art of note making. And then the point is that you have to work hard and smart, both on increasing your memory as well as on your concentration, so that you are able to produce optimum output of your time. Seek expert guidance for that. Gaurav sir's blog is quite a good source, quite a consistent, quite a helpful source in that. Then I will just go through the list of topics for which I made notes in my notebooks for prelims, and the notebooks were prelims GS1, prelims GS2, prelims GS3 as I mentioned, and those notebooks were converted into notebook stacks, aligned into notebook stacks. So the topics that I covered in prelims GS1 were obviously aligned with the topics that are covered in the mains. The reason I did that was, while you're making notes, if the names of the topics are similar in mains and prelims, it becomes a little bit aligned exercise to make notes, even though the content is different. So in prelims GS1, the topics were ancient India, medieval India, factoids for prelims that are relevant from GS1 point of view that appear in the news, festivals, cultures, geography, and modern India, sites in news like UNESCO World Heritage Sites or XYZ archaeological site that is in news, and the tribes in India. For GS2, the bodies like the constitutional body, executive bodies, statutory bodies, international bodies, so one note was made out of that. Declarations that are signed throughout the meetings and conferences, another note. The governance, the various schemes and initiatives launched by the government of India was another notes. And health, various healthcare schemes or science and technology notes on healthcare were relevant. New laws proposed formed another notes. International relations and themes, reports and committees were made into another note. Similarly for GS3, it was acronyms that come throughout the year in news, like Grace Telescope, or like any other acronym like SALSA. There was one acronym regarding that in last year's notes. So similarly, atomic science, these kind of notes are quite helpful, and you have to keep on updating them throughout the year. Another note was computers, regarding any cyber technology, artificial intelligence, robotics, automation. These things, new technologies are developing every day, and short snippets about these can be made from various sources like Insight, Civils Daily. I use these sources, and IS Baba. Also material hosted by Unique IS or several other people posting content on YouTube can be very helpful, and you should follow that. Then cropping in India, the physical geography NCERT presents a chapter for cropping in India. And if you try to learn all the crops in one day, all the content about the crops, where do they grow, how many seasons, whether they are a Rabi crop or Kharif crop, if you try to learn all these in one day, you will make a mess of things and you will not be able to reproduce them in the exam. The way I did that was I made short notes from physical NCERT, printed them and pasted them on my wall, and then learnt one crop every day. Then defense equipment, defense exercises, these were exclusively the content that had to be made notes out of for prelims. Disaster, new technologies learned for disaster management, economy, environment S&T, energy S&T, energy science and technology, and minerals. Similar, I did a similar exercise for minerals as I did for cropping. where which mineral is found, these kind of things. Science and technology, energy and space, like various probes, various missiles or various missions that were launched by various countries for space science. Now solving quizzes, like I mentioned that I did 6,000 quizzes, 6,000 questions per year for every prelims. Then these were covered through Insights, Civil Theory, IIS Baba. These three websites post 5 questions every day. You attempt those questions. If you get something wrong, if you find a new factoid, you make a one-liner note and put them in your prelims quiz notes. And throughout the year, you develop a bank of 2,000, 1,500 questions, and you print those notes 1 month or 1.5 months before the prelims. Keep that booklet, turn that into a booklet, and keep those notes on your table, and cover those questions in short breaks, like 10 to 15 points in one break, one page composed of 50 to 60 points in a day. And that is how you use your short-term memory without overburdening it. Then 60-day program of IIS Baba, it has 30 questions every day. So 16 to 30, that is 1,800 questions. And I would emphasize that one test series of any coaching has to be done 35 tests of 100 questions each. I would emphasize that candidates should not skip between coaching's test series. Stick with one, complete it holistically, and make notes out of those quizzes for last 1 month revision. Now, how you do a test series? You attempted 55 questions, you know with 100% surety. 30 to 35 questions were guesses. So you read the solution to the questions that you guessed and got right. Do not assume that you got a question right because you guessed it. It means you knew it, you knew the answer. No, don't do it that way. So 2 hours for attending the paper, 15 minutes for checking that options, checking your answers, and another 2 to 2.5 hours to reviewing the solutions. That is how you attempt a paper, and then you make one-liner notes out of each of these and revise them 1 to 2 months before the prelims.